Welcome to the Pacific Crest Trail. You are joining me at mile 748 out of 2,650 of my southbound PCT thru hike. In the last episode, you joined me as I hiked past Mount Hood and then had to reroute around a forest fire in the Three Sisters Wilderness. In this episode, you are joining me as I get back on trail south of the fire closure and venture into more of Oregon's wilderness. This section ends up being the hardest of my entire PCT thru hike. I have to hike through a ton of rain, hiker hunger hits and I don't have enough food, and many other challenges. It's one of those sections that really tests my perseverance. Among the difficulties there are, as always, many moments of joy. I walk along the rim of Crater Lake, make new friends, and finally receive my trail name. I have something very exciting to tell you. I have a trail name now. I cannot wait to share it all with you in this episode. Together we will hike 187 miles over the next 9 days. If you're new here, my name is Krista and I'm a long distance hiker. And if you're not new here, hi and welcome back. Good morning. I've been hiking for about 20 minutes. I had to hike from Shelter Cove up to the trail, so I'm back on the PCT. So now I'm going to try to do 22 miles today. It should take me probably 11 hours is my guess. This section is going to be, I think, 3.5 or 4 days until my next resupply. Okay, I'm stopping for lunch now. It's a bit of an early lunch. I've done like 6.5 miles. 15 miles to go. So yeah, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna make myself one of my dehydrated meals because I have too many. This sack is bear proof and then this is scent proof. Okay, I'll have pesto pasta because it's one of my least favorite ones. So what I'm doing here is I bring my meal to a boil and then I let it sit for 10-15 minutes and then it's ready to eat, and it's actually usually always hot enough. And then I also usually send a message here, so my phone connects to my inReach. I usually send a message at lunch. There it is. Mushy pesto pasta. That is thick smoke. I'm just hiding under a tree. The rain is starting, so I'm gonna have to put you away for now, but I'll update you whenever the rain stops or when I'm in my tent tonight. I made it. I did 22 miles today, so I set up under trees and I've got everything inside my tent, everything inside my vestibules. It's sprinkling on and off. It's not like pouring rain. I got here a little bit earlier than I normally get to camp, so I've got a little bit of chill time. And I've got to have dinner still, but I just did my whole like changing into my warm stuff. Morning. It's been my laziest morning yet because it's raining and I was like, maybe it'll stop, but it doesn't seem to be stopping. I'm not going to be able to pull you out and film anything because this camera is really not waterproof. I just requested weather to see how much longer it's going to rain. I think it's going to be this whole section. Okay, update. I got my weather forecast and it's looking like rain for the next 4 days. This I got all through my inReach. I guess I'm just going to have to deal with the rain. Hey, probably looks like nothing's changed to you, but I just hiked all day. And it was raining and misting and foggy the entire day. Maybe I'll show you some clips that I took on my phone because I have a waterproof case on that. There's not much to report from today. I just hiked through fog when there were viewpoints. I didn't really get any sort of view, and I just was in my rain gear all day. I got here a bit earlier than normal. I decided to only do 20 miles today because I was gonna push to like 24, so I had a slightly shorter day tomorrow. But it was up on the ridge and it looked more exposed, and I just don't know how windy and rainy it's gonna be tonight. So I decided to stay here where it's more protected. I'm under some big trees, and so I got here at like 5 p.m., which is probably the earliest I've got to camp in a long time. Set up my tent and let it air out for a little bit, like maybe about an hour while I had dinner and stuff. So it feels a little bit more dry. It's absolutely soaked when I set it up. And I can hear the wind going. I just heard some thunder, so I'm just gonna hunker down for the night. Good morning! It's clear-ish. It's not raining. That is good. So I got going at 8 a.m. I'm gonna try to do 25, 26 miles today. So my first part of the day, I'm just gonna be climbing up to the highest point in Washington and Oregon. Highest point! Cool. I made it here to this beautiful stream, peekaboo views of the peaks. Absolutely beautiful here, this spot. I have attitude problems today, I would say. It's a tough day, and even though like overall I still feel grateful to be out here, it's one of those days where you like question. I'm questioning things. Okay, I'm shivering now. It's time to go. Sun's out finally. Lots of rain throughout the day, but I'm getting close to my camp now and it looks clear. The sun's starting to set, and I'm having a bit of trouble deciding where to camp tonight. Like, I can tell somebody has camped here because they cleared this ground. But if you look, there's a very tall dead tree, and clearly they fall. Okay, the sun has now set, but I made my decision. I came out to the trailhead to get some info, checked out the map, and I found out there's a designated PCT camp a half-mile in from the trailhead. So I'm headed there, and I have 4 liters of water. Things went from pretty good to dicey extremely quickly. So there's 2 people camped here, there's lots of space, so here I am. Oh my gosh, I look wild. My tent is absolutely soaked. Every single surface is soaked inside and out. So, and the rain just started. It was sunny. I don't even know where the clouds came from, but the rain just started, so I just moved everything under my vestibules incredibly quickly, and now I'm trying to figure out what to do sitting on my wet tent floor. Good morning. Last night was a rough night, for sure. So today I'm taking my first alternate of the PCT, the Crater Rim Trail. So I'm supposed to be hiking along the rim of Crater Lake, and it's foggy, so I have no idea if I'm gonna see any views. Last night was probably the most scared I've been on the whole PCT. I was scared of the elements. Like, I was afraid I was gonna get soaked through, cold, hypothermic. It's a really, really hard section with this rain. It's not looking promising that I'll get a view. It's windy, it's cold, it's foggy. It still looks cool for sure, don't get me wrong, but it's not the nice clear sunny day I was dreaming of. Wow, it actually cleared up. I can't believe it. Wow. This is a beautiful place. I'm now doing the trail down to Mazama village, where I'm going to be getting my package and staying the night. It just started raining, so I gotta put you away. Hopefully I can update you once I'm at Mazama. Morning. So I did make it all the way here to Mazama village in Crater Lake National Park. And I had quite the lovely evening. I met, I think, 5 or 6 other SOBOs, and we ate at the restaurant. I actually ate lunch and dinner at the restaurant with people. So I was hanging out, chatting. I totally forgot to pick up my camera because I was enjoying being around people again after a lot of solitude the last section. And I got my resupply here. I just finished organizing my food all into my Ursack. I'm going to venture out for a 100-mile section here to get to basically Ashland. Not quite, but Ashland-ish area. Success! I made it on trail. I got going at 8:30, so probably be done hiking around 8 or 8:30 tonight. I have something very exciting to tell you. I have a trail name now. I met a fellow SOBO called Michael and told him I didn't have a trail name, and he took it upon himself to figure out what my trail name should be. So he asked me a ton of questions about myself, and then he said, okay, what about the trail name Story? So my trail name's Story because I love consuming stories, I love sharing stories, I love filming stories and sharing them with you, so I'm Story. I think it's a big burn scar I'm going through for most of the day today. It really is sad to see just the damage of forest fires, and you can really feel the difference in these burn scars compared to a live forest of like just the lack of life. There is still, of course, some life here, but it's a lot quieter, a lot less bug sounds and bird sounds and everything. It's my favorite part of the day. Sunset and alpine. Wow. Sunset. I just got to this spectacular viewpoint, and one of you recommended Nora Jones's podcast to me, and I just started listening to it as I did the climb up this hill, and I just feel so connected to one of my good friends from high school. She was one of my closest friends. Her name was Sam. She got diagnosed with leukemia when we were in middle school, and in grade 12 she went for a bone marrow transplant, and her body rejected it basically, and as she was dying, the only artist she wanted to listen to was Nora Jones. She just got her family to play it over and over again. She was 17. She would be 33 now. I feel like being out here, being in nature, I get to connect to memories and people that I haven't seen in years. It's a really beautiful, peaceful experience filled with love. And thank you to whoever recommended it. Okay, I'm at the pass, so I've got panoramic, basically views here. Absolutely stunning. There's what I think is a massive lake this way. This is one of my favorite things about the PCT is you can see it cutting across, like way in the distance. You can see it cutting across. So I think I'm gonna cut across this ridge I'm more likely than not camp on the other side, so like over there, or maybe there, kind of where you can see sort of a saddle. So I've got to get that done before it gets too dark. Okay, I'm at camp. I just have my couple more things to do and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm really tired. So I'll see you tomorrow. That was the coldest night yet. So I was thinking, considering not upgrading my sleeping bag for a bit, but I don't think that's gonna work out. It's too chilly at night now. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna get a sleeping bag, where I'm gonna get it mailed to, and all of that good stuff. I've been going for probably about an hour, and I've just been on this ridge the whole time. It's sunny, it's warm. I'm gonna try to do 25 miles. I think I can do it. Feel like I can, so that's good. Hi, I decided I'm gonna push another 6 miles. So I've decided I'm gonna try a new technique that a SOBO told me he did. I'm having my dinner now, and then I'm going to push 6 miles as the sun sets, and I might have to hike in the dark. It should take me about 2 hours if I'm hiking a good pace, and it doesn't look technical. Like, I think it's gonna be just a little up and down, but nothing too bad. So I've got a shepherd's pie tonight. This has been one of my favorite meals. I want to put all my recipes on my website, so if I haven't done that yet, remind me in the comments to do it, because some of these recipes have worked out so well. This is a hard hike right now, I would say, the last week. I'll probably see you at camp. Good morning. So I made it to camp last night around 9:30, and I was feeling good. I was definitely hungrier trying to fall asleep because I had eaten my dinner and then hiked another 2 hours, but it was okay. I went to make my coffee this morning and I ran out of fuel. So I think my fuel burned out more quickly because it's been colder. So I had cold coffee this morning, and I guess tonight I'll try cold soaking for the first time. And then at like 5 or 6 a.m.-ish, a pack of wolves moved past. Pretty close, I would say. I could hear their whole communication. I love communication amongst wolves, like the howls, the yips. It's so complex. It's so cool. So I was lying there just listening to that for a bit and then fell back asleep. I haven't heard them for a while, so I'm not too worried. Those beautiful berries. Okay, so it's been basically forest hiking all day. I had a break at that cabin there. I am so hungry. I'm really getting my hiker hunger. I'm shaky. I'm so hungry. This is my first time cold soaking. You probably need to soak it for longer, so I would need a different container and start soaking it earlier. I guess I'm just gonna eat crunchy noodles for dinner. Morning, it's 7:30. No, it's 6:30. So I got going pretty good. I have hardly any food, so I'm just gonna hike as fast as I can to get to food. I had a pretty good night. It was a little bit chilly, but not bad. I stayed warm in my sleeping bag. I heard another pack of wolves like further away this time, so that was kind of cool. I'm almost finished packing up and then I'll get hiking. There's where I camped last night. Down to one small handful of trail mix, and I am saving it in case I get to the point where I feel like I physically can't hike any further without some food. Basically what I've had to eat today would probably be a total of like 200 calories. Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good scene. There's been quite a bit of, I shouldn't say quite a bit, there's been some logs I have to go over. So for scale, those are my hiking poles. It's time for me to eat the last of my food. I think I have about 3 miles left. And I forgot I actually have like this much apple chips. So I'm gonna finish those and then I'll have no food at all. Drink some water. Where is it? I'm gonna try to finish that amount there. I'll finish that. A little bit of road walking to end my day. I've probably got 1.5 miles left. Ooh, little fly. This has been a tough section. Toughest yet, for sure. I'm extremely tired. But I got this huge box from my husband. He sent it to me so that I can do all my NorCal resupplies from here. He knows me. He knows me. In the next episode, episode 9, I share with you more through hiking logistics. I show you how I organize, plan, and prepare my resupply boxes for the Northern California section of the PCT. Then I take you with me on a typical 0 day in Ashland. And then we venture back on trail to finish the Oregon section. See you then!